Hello, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to share your experiences with me. This is a quick walkthrough of what the Missouri employees have shared with me about how you were trained, what was hard, and what you wish had been different. I want to start with none of this is your fault. You've been learning in an industry with no standardized pathway. You've been figuring it out in the middle of real dogs, a real schedule, and real pressure. So let's look at what you shared. How did you learn to groom? Most of you didn't go through a clear program or a structured path. 34% salon owner or lead groomer. Add to that the 25% who chose on the job. That takes us to 59% of you learned to groom in a salon under pressure. When you started, what was the hardest part about learning? Half of you said nervous or difficult dogs. I noticed a couple people chose something else. I would love to understand what that is. If you're open to sharing that additional information with me, I would love to understand that. You can reach me via email. You can respond to this email if you'd like, or reach out to me on Facebook at Jennifer Oppel, Oppel. And then looking at the rest, reading behavior, keeping up with the pace, understanding the coat types and tools. These are foundational skills. These are level 1 needs, not journey worker, not master groomer. This leads me to believe you may have been thrown in the deep end before you were ready. What kind of support do you wish you had while learning? 41% said clearer instructions or demonstrations. And then the next one was feedback without being rushed. And then kind of the 3 runners up of better pay while learning, more time to practice, and there is an additional other. If you don't mind clarifying, I would love to know. The industry needs to know what it is you need to learn best. What I see when this many people are asking for clearer instructions and demonstrations, you need some basic structure, something that every other skilled trade gets on day 1. When I look at how confident you feel doing your job today, no one clocked in at lower than a 7. You're definitely confident in what you've learned, but the way it was learned is different from salon to salon. That doesn't give the employees any consistency, and it doesn't give the salon owners any consistency. So the confidence is real, but the foundation isn't. That's because the industry doesn't have a standard for everyone to follow. When I asked you how you would feel about a formal career pathway or apprenticeship, I was encouraged by what I saw. A true mix between excited, curious, and unsure. That leads me to believe that just like the salon owner side, you really don't understand how this can apply to the grooming salon. And so it's now my job to help bring this information forward for you and for the next generation of learners. As I do that, the next question for me, organically, turns into what would you change about grooming education? You're looking for more behavior on body language, more hands-on before being on your own. Again, those clear expectations, safety and anatomy foundations, real time to learn, standardization across trainers, better pay while learning. Apprenticeship ticks the box for every one of these items. They're fixable. They're not just fixable for one salon. They're fixable for the entire industry through apprenticeships. What I see in your responses, it's not weakness, it's not complaining, it's definitely not lack of motivation because you've worked really hard to get where you're at. What I see is a group of people who care deeply about the dogs. You want better training than what you received, and you're open to grooming being a real trade and recognized skilled trade. Your feedback is my roadmap. This is how we build something better together. Thank you for your time, your honesty. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for helping move the grooming industry forward.